What's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm back again. It's just another video. But yeah, I'm about to share something educative with you guys. Something educative. So I caught this drop on XAUUSD that made me 5x of my risk. I would have said 5%, but I didn't necessarily 5%, 1% of my account. So I'll just say 5x my risk. 5 times my risk, 5 times my risk. So yeah, let's jump straight into the breakdown. That was too much time. Yeah, so the whole idea of this should be very simple. There's nothing really complex about what I did here. The first step, so let me write it down for you guys. Hold on. Let me see. The first step was finding daily bias. So yeah, why is it when I come to the charts? You find my daily bias. And how do I do that? I do that using CRC. Yeah, I do that using CRC. Why is it not showing? Okay, I do that using CRC. How do I find my daily bias? I do that using CRC. So after finding my daily bias, what next? Now, one thing I want you guys to understand as well is in finding your daily bias. Hold on. In finding your daily bias, you also determine your targets. I'll explain this to you guys right now. So, what's CRC? CRC is candle short. I have a video on that already. I don't want to start going in depth on the same topic again. I talk about this almost all my videos, so I don't start going in depth. But we don't have a sweep like this. Alright, and now candle fails to close above. You have a sweep of the previous side and the candle fails to close above and it closes inside. Next target for liquidity. Next target for the market to go to should be the low. That's simple liquidity. Next target for the market to get to is the low. And now we have two types of this CRC. Let me not say we have two types of CRC, but there are two things I want to see when it comes to this CRC. First one is this. Okay. Now let's talk about this one. First. Now we have the one where it closes inside. And now in this type of CRC, you're not expecting the high to be taken out. Now I'm talking about shorts. I'm not expecting this high to be taken out again. So the problem of this high being taken out was far from my problems, right? So now I know that this high is protected. They're not looking to take out this high, but this should be our target, right? Fortunately, the market has closed, but didn't reach our target. It's fine. I reached my own target. Understand? So looking at this, I know that okay, my entry is somewhere around here. somewhere around here. You guys, stay with me. Now we have this high as protected high, right? Now we are not looking at this high to be taken out, so our entry will be somewhere around here. Mind you, we're looking for sells and we sell high and buy low, and this is the premium point, right? Look at this candle. This is the premium point. So it's a very good place to start to sell the market, right? So now I knew that my entry is somewhere around here, right? So what I did, okay, let me just I'll go back to my entry. I'll go back to the entry, but let me talk about the other type. So now we have a perfect example here. Let's replay. I already talked about this, but let's replay. So now we have something like this, right? We have something like this. So what I'll be looking at in this situation, let's take out the fact that we had this level of supply here that the market had not yet touched. Let's take out the fact we have this level of supply here that the market had not yet touched, right? Now, what would I be expecting in this case? Is either for the market to do something like this, go back to this point to buy, right? Or market should open, tap, and then drop. So those are the two things that we would have been expecting. So now in this case, what I waited for is just for price to sweep this high. When price opens, sweep the high, because if you want to go up, if you want to go up for real, like for real, if you want to go up, you see a pullback before the major move, because you already have this impulse. So after an impulse, let me show you. After an impulse, it's correction, then impulse, correction. So these are the market moves, right? So now for us to now have an impulsive move again, we should correct to the downside, right? We should correct to the downside, right? So looking at this, if the market opens, right, and it's not showing that correction, if the market opens and it's not showing that correction, it's not looking like it's correcting. Instead, it goes to the high, right? It goes to the high first. What you should expect is a loss of momentum. That I've used that to catch so many trades. Right? You can see if we replay, and see, we sweep the high, boom, and see that this is our next target. So when we sweep the high, our next target should be this. So this was a very good trade. Right? It was a very good trade. So now let's jump over to our current trade. And I'll show you the two types of CRC. Now when it comes to shorts, the same thing goes for longs. I cannot start with, I don't want this video to be too long. I don't want to go over examples for longs. But yeah, now when I figured out that okay, my entry should be here, right? This premium zone. So there are two things I have in mind. I've worked on my strategy to the point that I know that okay, when I determine my daily bias, the next thing I'm doing is find my entry straight. I don't use any indicators. I don't use nothing for now. I don't know if I'll use in the future, but for now I don't use anything. So I determine my daily bias, I go for my entries. That's simple. At the end of the day, you either hit your SL a break even or take profit. That's how it goes. There's nothing to stress about. Just know your thing and apply it when you see it. Yeah, so now jumping to the 1 hour. Jumping to the 1 hour time frame, right? Of course, this was a good point to look at sales, right? Let me figure out this. So a good point to look at sales. So let's just from the 1 hour, I could have found an entry. This is not that perfect, but for sure would have found an entry. Right? I told you guys this move is the same thing as this. Like, what happened here is the same thing as this. So you have a move like this, right? They will not have a break. So now the pullback that happened, this pullback, this move to this point, right? This is exactly what happened. I'm sure you know people that trade like this, who will call this a breakout belt, who will call this support that broke and turned resistance. I mean, you can call it whatever you want, but the same concept at the end of the day. So this is the same thing that happened here. I know my bias is short, and now we have broken this point. Price is likely to react to this point and then continue to move to the downside. That is exactly what I did. But in this case, I didn't enter from the 1 hour. I entered from 15 minutes. Entered from 15 minutes, as you can see. Very, very clean trade. Very, very clean trade. Very, very clean trade. Now, one thing I want to also share with you guys is if price is getting to your entry point with a lot of momentum, if price is getting to your entry point with a lot of momentum, there's a 87% chance of that your level failing. Why? Because if price is approaching the level, your entry is a lot of momentum, it's likely going to blow past it. But if momentum is dead, momentum is slowing down and slowing down and slowing down, it means your value is likely to play out. Because now that move, okay, let's take example. Let me not speak too much, not blow too much grammar for you guys. So now looking at this, you can see how each candle we are smaller and smaller and smaller. These are not strong candles at all. These are not strong candles. I didn't see any strong candle here, right? So this indicated that buyers are losing pressure. Buyers are losing pressure, right? Indicated that buyers are losing pressure. So when you see a slow move like this to the entry point, indicates that it should be an additional conflict just at this on the side that your point is likely going to play out, right? Your level is likely going to play out, right? Yeah. So it was very simple trade. There's nothing to talk much about. The same thing. What happened here? As you can see, we broke our level of demand, our support level, whatever you call it, and we went back and come to resistance. So 5x, very simple, very simple. I promise you guys, this thing is not complicated. It's not complicated at all, right? So yeah, have any questions, leave it down in the comment section. Yeah, whatever I want to talk about in my next video, leave it down in the comment section. If you find this video helpful, also leave it down in the comment section, to make me know that I should do more of this, right? So see you guys in the next one. Peace.